recent survey about what people consider cheating showed that opinions on what is and is not cheating, it varies, right? It's different person to person. There's going to be all kinds of things where a person's like, oh, I'm not comfortable with that. But the other person's like, it's fine.
I also think it's like, what kind of cheating? Like, yes, physical cheating, or is like emotional cheating, or different things like that.
But I was tearing through this survey, and I was like, there's going to be something here that's it's something we can use for the show. And there's one type of behavior in particular that I thought was kind of interesting, and that was simply following. Just following an ex on social media makes a whole lot of people very uncomfortable, and some people consider it to be cheating, especially if you're doing it secretly. You're secretly, maybe like on a secret account, a burner account, keeping tabs on an ex. Would that bother you to find out that was happening? Now, I know that your guy's not a huge social media guy, but let's say he was.
And he had a burner account to follow his ex.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that would drive me more mad than just him as his normal profile
Just
following
friends.
his ex. You made a fake one to follow her. That's so much more sneaky. I don't like that. And I think it's one thing to follow, but then a different if you're interacting. Why are we interacting?
Liking stuff, commenting on stuff, seem a little too friendly. Oh, was that a fire emoji you just put on that beach pic? What you doing?
Yeah, and then if you're commenting it, that's a whole nother level. I think you could still follow each other because you were a part of each other's life, but you're like watching from a distance and you're not going out of your way. If you have a burner account, that's so weird.
Yeah, I think it's all in what they're actually doing. If it's very open like that, it's just like anybody else. They're just connected on there, and they have a life success, and you hit the like button. Fine.
Don't even like it. No.
You don't like that? You can't like or comment nothing?
Nothing. You just view. Just view only. No likes, no comments, nothing.
I think I'm even comfortable with a like and comment depending on what you're liking and depending on what you're commenting. And how frequent is it? Are you always the first person to hit the heart?
That's weird. Yeah, if they're like, you're getting notified every time they're posting.
And what kind of stuff? It was like, oh, they got married. Oh, by all means, like that. Or if it's like, oh, here I am looking all fine. Okay, now I have a problem.
Yeah, it's one thing like, oh, look, you just got married. Congratulations. But still, I think no likes.
So at what point do you get uncomfortable with it? Where does it become either cheating or disrespectful, or whatever word you want to use, where you're not cool with it? For you, you're okay with the view, but it's got to be on your public, your actual account. No likes, no comments.
No likes, no comments. You could still be friends, but not interacting.
The burner account, that for you,
That seems so creepy. Why? And did you make that just to follow them, or why do you even have that burner account? I have questions about that.
Well, I don't think it's an uncommon thing just to have one that you use to leave a comment somewhere to look at things or whatever. But let's say it wasn't made specifically for that person. They just have access to it. Still a problem?
Still a problem. But it would be more of a problem if they only made it just for them. So now it's like you're trying to be so creepy.
Are we seeing some people that are like, here's where I am and am not comfortable with the following the ex on social media?
Someone said, I actually encouraged my wife to stay friends with her ex online, but that's because they have a kid together. I think that's completely different than like hiding conversations or checking their page every hour. Following isn't cheating. But if you're commenting on every single thing, I do think that gets a little weird. And someone else said, my boyfriend still follows every girl he's ever dated. It didn't bother me until I realized they still all send each other messages.
Oh, no.
At some point, those aren't exes anymore. I feel like it's backup plans.
Is following your ex on social, is it cheating? Is it rude? Is it sketchy? Is it suspicious? Where is your line?
Yeah, I think it is, because anything that you're doing that's like sneaking or that you don't want your, partner to know about, even if it seems harmless to you, if you're keeping secrets or lying, or it's something that your significant other isn't going to like, then you shouldn't be doing it.
And I love it, but there's your line though, because you've assumed it's in secret, right? That you don't know this is happening. But what if they're just like openly connected? Is that still a problem? I think that those are two different things.
And that's what I think. Openly, and you know about it, that's good. But if you are hiding it, that's weird.
If it's this thing where it's like, well, yeah, I check in on them every now and then, but who doesn't, if we're being honest?
Someone said my ex followed me for 3 years after we broke up. He would never like anything, never messaged me, but he would watch every single story I would post within minutes. And I thought that was more creepy if he would have just unfollowed me.
Is following your ex on social, is it cheating? Is it rude? Is it sketchy? Is it suspicious? And where is the line?
It's the Playhouse in the morning with Zero and Amy.
Following exes on social media, is it cheating? Is it kind of rude? Is it suspicious? Is it all very situational? How open are they being about it? What are we seeing on vibes on that?
Someone said, my first ever ex and I are friends on Snapchat and still snap sometimes, and my girlfriend knows and she doesn't seem to care. Someone else said, for me, it was the comments. My ex was leaving fire emojis and heart eyes under his ex selfies, and he said he was just being supportive. And I said, then be supportive, or you could support her while you're single. And another person saying, following isn't the issue, but it's when you know more about your ex's daily life than your partner's. If you're watching every story, keeping up with everything they're doing, emotionally, you're still invested.
Pretty sure you can be supportive without the fire emojis.
Yeah, why are you doing that? And like, don't heart every picture. No.
I think that's actually the best way to be supportive. How do you feel about following the ex on social? Is it cheating? Is it disrespectful? Is it something? You still hanging in there? Hello?
No, not really. Like, you can't, like, break up with someone. I mean, yeah, you could, but it would be stupid. It's just kind of checking up on what your ex is doing, what he or she is, how their life is. I wouldn't date someone who would be upset with it. Honestly, I might be a little bit upset if my guy were doing it, but I wouldn't call it cheating. I would just feel like a little insecure.
But see, that's the thing, though. So, like, you should be able to check on your person, but you would be so uncomfortable if they were doing that. That's not really fair. That doesn't make sense either.
Someone said if you have to delete your search history because you've been looking at your ex's page like 5 times a day, that's probably your sign. And someone said it's disrespectful when your partner tells you it makes them uncomfortable and then you refuse to have a conversation about it or you don't want to stop. That, I think, is when it gets to a point where it has to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you feel like you need to do that in secret, anything in secret, like, oh, they might be mad if they know about this, you probably should have been doing it.
Yeah,
I
red
suppose.
flag.